Alright, so some sort of YouTube recording while drawing with a friend in the room. That's what I'll call the video. While they get to see art. But this is Elliot. I'm Bob.
Hey,
I'm the artist. He's the friend.
when there's a really cool line where I get to cross over when I see your finished product and when I'm actually watching you paint.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what that line was when I first came here, when Julian, brought me over and all that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because also your room is way different.
Oh yeah, everything.
Way
I
less
moved around the house, and I've been in even the room that my parents are in right now.
Really?
Yeah, at one point I moved in there, just because my sisters and them wanted to have a room of their own of some kind, and where I had been, because I'd been in the other room with my littler sister for a long time, and then I just needed more space and needed more. And I was growing up, and it was just like I got to get out of this room. And I'd been in that room since I was really little, since I was like, five years old, 6. Since we moved in, and then I was like, it's time for a change, so I moved out. But my mom's room was really fun for a long time. It didn't last for very long, but it worked. I almost had an access to a balcony out there, which was kind of fun, but yeah.
It'd be interesting to kind of combine, like, technology with nature. It'd be really cool if actually computers and robots in the future were, like, kind of just not so separate from nature. They were kind of...
Well, yeah, I think I look at it sort of as a natural way.
Deer could be walking past a robot.
Yeah, given that kind
nature.
of... Yeah, I've thought about that same thing before, and as soon as I started to think about that, I was like, well, I mean, essentially, if computers are already here, in a way, they're already natural, because it's already happened. I mean, if you think of as people as part of nature...
Our evolution.
Exactly. Whether you think, whether you believe in evolution or not, computers exist. And, I don't disclude the notion of evolution just because I haven't seen any, tangible proof of something else otherwise, but that's a whole different idea and conversation in itself. But my point is like, computers are already natural, given enough time and enough, even astrological time of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of billions of years in the future. I don't think I could say that, no, humans will never become sort of like a singularity in a computer. At least done one place or another and have, a whole other colony of humans in another world or...
Like something happened somewhere along the way in human evolution to where we didn't evolve claws, we evolved knives. We made knives, so we didn't need claws.
I heard this really interesting thing about that people sort of came from the sea, not the land, not monkeys, especially because they're already around. It's like another, it used to be talked about as, kook, a whack theory, a crackpot theory, but I don't think it's, the things that the person was talking about when I heard about it was, we're the only primates that don't have very much fur on us at all, aside from, the stuff that's on us. No other land creature has the ability to hold its breath like us so well, no other primate, aside from, like, porpoises and whales and things like that. So, like, when in the evolutionary period did we need to hold our breath to get things? It was to get fish, so maybe we went into the water for a long period of time in our evolutionary period and then got out of it because the land was just nicer. Or even there was an intermingling of species with the ones that were on land and the the hairier ones, the cavemen, the ape men, pretty much, the more higher evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they had another baby that was hybrid, and then those ones decided, hey, I can go inland and on sea. So it was like some stayed on the coast, some went into the water more, and then eventually they just kind of died out because people who were on land could breathe, could make cars and go places and do a little bit of more bigger tangible stuff than floating water jellyfish type stuff. Because in water you can't make metals, and you could, I don't know if you could make a metal underwater with enough temperature and whatnot, because I'm not I don't know the materials and the needs for that, but I would just think that there's many different
had the
ways.
option to either go to college or take a marine welding class.
Really, labor?
He took the marine welding class, so he was welding like pipelines.
Oh, Connor's dad?
Like deep underground, yeah.
That's weird.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds fun. But yeah. So yeah, it's just a fun recording. Sorry, I was kind of stopping doing this talking, but I stopped for a little bit in the art. We're gonna have to end this off at about 5 minutes. We might just stop and then keep recording and do another upload of, part 2 with a friend drawing.
Yeah.
Because this kind of slows down the work process a little bit. Because I'm not focusing on the erasing side of it. I'm just kind of blocking lines. But
could you speed up the visual while not speeding up the recording?
Possibly, yes. I can go and just not speed up the audio file. I will definitely try that. I will go ahead, and then this whole thing right here will be weird to the viewer because it's like it's been fast this whole time. Or I already saw it.
Yeah.
Or something. Because then I'm gonna have to stop at 10 minutes because you can't load 10 minutes of audio. So maybe we'll just keep it regular.
That's kind of gross. That picture of the butter with peas. It's kind of like...
I don't like butter on my peas for some reason. I like just a little dash of salt every now and then.
Straight up peas.
Yeah, I like salt sometimes too because you get that bland flavor of peas but then you get the zing of the salt.
Yeah.
And not a lot of salt either, just a little bit just to get the taste of some salt.
I know. My dad never he never was like, eat your frickin' spinach.
Oh yeah, my parents were never that way either.
He just put a little bit of salt in it and then I actually liked spinach.
Yep.
I
would have definitely liked spinach. I was never around spinach when I was a kid. There was always like peas or carrots or broccoli, the regular old foods.
I
grew up on pretty much continental food, really. Like mashed potatoes.
I like the raw carrots and raw peas way better.
Yeah, I've never really liked raw food as much. I don't know. I think it's just because I didn't get enough of it as a kid, really. That's mostly what it falls down to. I have a horrible appetite.
Really?
Yeah.
If you were given the choice, I don't know really where I'm going with this, but some people, I like to watch people as they're eating, not in a creepy way, but
like, while you're just sitting across the table and you're looking at their face.
Yeah, I mean, and if someone's like just slowly setting aside what they don't eat, I'll take note of that. And then when we go and they stay at my house or something, I'll be like, oh no, okay, yeah, this person doesn't like yams or whatever.
Oh yeah,
but
for sure.
The thing is, people should definitely part of a balanced diet is you want to literally balance your diet. You know, you want to eat a variety of things.
Yeah.
And when people don't, it's like it's just you're missing out.
That's true. Also, I think it just falls down to what people like and taste, because sometimes, you know, like for me, every now and then, if I won't go for a while eating, you know, a balanced diet, then I'll just constantly eating ramen or whatever's available in the house.
Exactly.
And I'll feel horrible. Maybe my body won't feel very good, but because I just feel happy that it tasted good and I felt fine eating it, it wasn't bad. I don't just kind of don't even acknowledge the negative effects sometimes, just because it's like, I don't really mind. And especially knowing that I'm kind of so young, I know that, you know, I'm not going to eat ramen forever.
Exactly.
There's, you know, so I figure
I wish people pooped less. like you poop like once a week, and that's your big like, ugh.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean,
for some people it is that way.
But I mean, you know, pooping every day is like sometimes it can be a chore if you're doing other things or if you're camping or something.
Yeah, I guess, but I think that's kind of part of. That's why fart jokes and poop jokes are so funny, because fart jokes and poop jokes know that you have to stop and sit down to do something, or to you have a moment to get screwed with, you know, something bad to happen, or you know how many stories you have of people, you know, I was in the car and all of a sudden diarrhea shits and oh my god, everywhere all over the car, and then you know, poop in a plastic. Dude, my dad told me a story one time. I don't know if he's probably gonna see this and get mad if he ever watches this, but he told me, I'm going to tell you this in 30 seconds, but
your dad?
My real dad, he told me this story where he was in a car, and he had eaten some food or something beforehand, and he was going home, and all he had to poop in the car was a clear plastic bag. So he held that on his butt, and he just pooped all in it, and it went all out of the bag and just everywhere, and then he drops the bag, and it just got really bad, and it was like diarrhea everywhere.
He didn't just pull over?
Oh no, he couldn't. He was going down the freeway when it happened. Anyway, that's it. We're stopping.